Hey guys, Kevin here in Japan, and here's an interesting question, another question I got on my Facebook page. Because, I was soliciting questions. But actually this one was sent to me before I solicited. It was sent to me several times by one person. So I'm going to answer it, and I really don't know what the heck I'm talking about here. But I'm going to give it my best. The old college tries, they would say in America. I was asked by someone who is a Native American, lives in America, who is interested in Japan, what do Japanese people think of Native Americans? So of course I'm not Japanese. I don't know. But I've never heard Japanese people talking about it in conversation, talking about the topic of opinions of Native Americans or this or that. Japanese people know now this person asked me, because of their history with being involved in the war, and I said to him, code talkers, how, for example, Navajo were used as code talkers. The Japanese were breaking a lot of American codes, all of the American codes in World War II. So there was a movie made about it, the code talkers, and, speaking Navajo, and of course the Japanese couldn't break the codes. To be honest, Japanese people know very little about, as they're educated in school, they know very little about the history of the war. It's very filtered. They know the history that, the government wants them to see. And so what did I do in my very unscientific way? I asked 4 or 5 Japanese people about the topic. I asked my wife, and I asked several coworkers. And when I asked them the question, what do you think of, what do Japanese people think about Native Americans? They just kind of looked at me like I was crazy. They were just like, what? What do you mean? Why are you asking us this strange question? Not as strange as in the Native Americans are strange, but no, they've never thought about it. Literally haven't thought about it. The people I asked, they were just like, why are you asking me this? And I asked, have you seen the movie Code Talkers? And they're like, no. And so I would say there's really little information or knowledge. Opinions aren't really formed. Maybe some stereotypes, some negative stereotypes, because I know that the old classic Disney movies like Peter Pan are extremely popular in Japan. Japanese people love the Disney stuff. And obviously in a movie like Peter Pan or this or that, there's not the greatest portrayal of Native Americans. So to be honest, when you ask maybe people, that's what they might think of, something like that. But so I'm grasping here. You know who you are. You asked me the question several times, and a fine viewer from the United States who is Navajo. So there we go. So I think there's definitely no. From what I gather, there's no negative sentiments or feelings, or sentiments at all. Again, so there you go. All right, Kevin here in Japan, blah, blah, blah. Answering your questions from my Facebook page. Links below.